but I'm going to introduce John Kealey, who's a local teacher, to speak first. John,
thank you. Good afternoon. My name is John Kealey, and I am a high school history teacher at Davenport West. I am also the vice president of the Great Review to Serve, which is a consultatory branch of the Iowa State Education Association. I'm speaking on behalf of our president, Alan Shaw, who is at this very moment teaching a class. What brings us here today as hardworking, tax-paying, truly middle-class citizens is our concern about presidential hopeful Mitt Romney's bid for the White House. As governor, Mr. Romney's track record confirms a dismal past for the children, workers, and the citizens of Massachusetts. Mr. Romney forced state schools to take the second largest cut per pupil in the country. Those cuts forced local governments to lay off thousands of teachers, librarians, social workers, and even police officers. This is not exactly a record of a job creator. He tried to cut funding for early literacy and kindergarten programs, vetoed a bill to create a universal pre-kindergarten in Massachusetts, and questioned the value of early education. Mr. Romney vetoed programs that would have helped reduce class size, especially in the earliest grades, that from a teacher's perspective is when an individual's attention is at its most important. As a presidential candidate, Mr. Romney supports the House Republican budget that would cut funding to Pell Grants in order to give tax breaks to millionaires like himself and his NASCAR buddies, and billionaires. If elected, Governor Romney will try to sit there and finds little importance in the rights of public employees, and he's very open about it. On Friday, June 8th, in Council Bluffs, Iowa, Governor Romney mocked the idea of public employees as an integral part of the community in local America. He said we need to cut back on government and help the American people. If Mr. Romney sincerely wants to help the Americans, why is he against collective bargaining? Why is he against health care benefits? Why is he against better pensions for average American workers? He very rarely confronts the issues head on. One in particular is that he is not openly coming out with a direct stance on the Paycheck Fairness Act. When asked about it, was he for or against it, he said of course he's for equal rights for women. But when asked directly what about this act, he dodges that question. Is it because he does not support single moms who are trying to do their best to support their families and do the same job as the man, only get paid a fraction less? This is not. He does not answer this question, and he still refuses to provide an answer to this cause. President Obama stands by men and women who are there to teach our children and improve our communities. He has given clear plans to reduce the size of classrooms, plus he's added 4.3 million jobs in the private sector, and he is that have started an economic recovery in the effort. The President took bold action to help approximately 300,000 educators nationally, including 3,000 in Iowa, on the face of the jobs and state budget cuts caused by the economic recession. It is clearly bold and obvious to all of us that Romney economics is not a model for our local schools, for our local governments, for our state governments, and our nation. Thank you very much.